Hey everyone, it's not every night we get a temperature this cold, so about alright. How do we get the tripod not to move? Alright. Hey everyone, I'm gonna bring you guys for a walk in the woods. I think this is one of the coldest temperatures I've ever experienced. -38. Are we gonna make it? No, maybe -36. Are we gonna make it to -40 tonight? I have no idea, but I want to show you some pretty cool things in the forest and talk to you just a little bit. It's pretty windy as a cold front comes through. This is definitely the coldest night I think I've experienced in my life. So, just listen to the ground as I walk around. You hear that loud squeak? When it's this cold, snow is not quiet. It's loud and creaky. I'm gonna walk into the woods a little bit for like 10 minutes, and it should be quieter, and you'll be able to hear a lot of creaks. I love the noise snow makes walking or driving through it. Right here, this is all from drifting snow. It's very windy. It drifted around the corner here. But I noticed tonight lots of noises coming from the forest. It's so cold. I have to put my hood on. You know, I'm a very warm-blooded person, and I have a -30 jacket on, and I'm still cold. So I love walking around when it's this squeaky. It sounds much better on the driveway where it's semi-packed, but I'm gonna bring in the woods because I want you to hear some of the trees. When it's this cold, the trees, the sap inside the trees, I think is basically frozen. So when the wind blows, it's very eerie and creaky. Oh, it's gonna sound awesome walking across the bridge. There's lots of prints. Look at all the turkey prints. They've been digging holes because I put corn out here before the last snowstorm. They must be digging it out. I don't like being bundled up this much because I can't really hear much myself. I'm hoping for another big gust of wind. It may have stopped. All right, see this? This is going to be very amplified walking across this wooden bridge. It's buried under over a foot of snow. You can't really see it, but it's shoveled off, so there's not much. Just listen to this good noise. Awesome. The wind is whistling. I thought that was a dog or something at first. There are coyotes out here. Right now where I'm walking on a thin layer of snow that fell last night. The rest is sleet. In certain areas, see, like it can hold my weight without sinking into it. Just wait for the big wind. I'm waiting for it to start creaking. So yeah, in this weather, my boots, look how hard they are because they're made out of rubber. When I get back in the house, they're hard to pull off. I have double layers of socks. Even in the winter, I usually only wear one, and my toes are still getting frozen. Fingertips are freezing, and the gloves. If I don't have gloves on and I touch the tripod, it feels like touching liquid nitrogen. If you know what that feels like. If you don't know what it feels like, don't touch it. I know what it feels like because if you buy a container of compressed air to like dust off your electronics, it says do not hold it upside down because inside it is a refrigerant, I think it's called nitrous, and if it's held upside down, it comes right out in liquid form. and it will give you frostbite instantly if it touches your skin. I once did it as a kid and got it on a little spot, and it burned. After, it swelled up and pussed up just like a hot burn, but this was a cold burn. And the way those things work, the nitrous or nitrogen is sitting in the can, and as you hit the trigger, more of it turns into a gas and comes out. It's not meant to run upside down. Looks like we got some squirrel tracks back here on this trail. The bigger ones are bunny tracks. See the difference next to each other? Squirrel and bunny rabbit. That's the corner of the property. Yeah, my toes are freezing. So tonight, I'm gonna need to put a lot of lotion on. I can feel my skin drying out and cracking like crazy because I've been in and out all day, and I've been messing with water in this temperature. Just like last year, if you saw my video, I went outside twice so far spraying boiling water from the water heater into the sky, and it vaporizes before it comes back down using a garden nozzle. You know, you got mist, jet, cone, all different settings, and it looks amazing. Last year's video, to be honest, is probably going to be better because it was perfectly still and 20 degrees. Even though we're almost to negative 40, I don't know. I honestly don't think we're actually going to hit it. I'm hopeful though because it's still early in the night. But it's too windy. It doesn't look as nice unless it's still and you can actually see the shape coming out of the jet. But right now the water heater is recovering. Those are lynx tracks. We've had a lot of lynx around here lately on the trail cameras. They're probably going after the bunny rabbits for food. Yeah, look, they're following the exact same track. But then again, my forest is a mess. I've been cleaning up a lot of it. So the animals use the trails. This is another trail going up here to get through the forest because it's the easiest path. I also snow blow certain ones where I'm getting logs out to heat the house. And the animals love the ones that are cleared because when the snow is deep, same reason you always see moose in videos from Alaska walking in the middle of the road. They don't want to walk through 5 feet of snow. You know how difficult and energy burning that is? So as soon as the water heater recovers, it's only 30 gallons. I can only spray it with the large diameter hose for about 5 minutes before it runs out. It takes about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to fully recover. And when I get back, I have 3 different types of sprinklers. A spinny one, back and forth, the old school ones, and I have one with a whole bunch of different settings. One of them is vintage. The other 2, I always buy my garden stuff at Walmart discount shelf the season before. You get everything like 90% off. It's awesome. All right, we got more tracks here. I think it's still the lynx, but he just sunk a little deeper in this area. And also tonight, I'm going to go for a drive. I think I'm going to take a few-hour trip into New Hampshire around Mount Washington. Very high elevation roads there. I'm hoping I can get on my dashboard. It's saying below negative 40. That'd be really awesome to take a picture of. You know, I do own a pair of sweatpants, and I think I might put them on tonight. I rarely ever wear sweatpants because, you know, yeah, they're comfortable, but they're not very practical. I want to be able to put things in my pocket, wear a belt, you know. I also like to look a little professional, so. See, I usually wear dress pants, which even negative 20 doesn't bother me, but we're now negative 30 something and it's windy, so my legs are a little bit numb. I'm going to stay out a little bit longer until I get back to the house. Look, there's all kinds of tracks here from the lynx. They've been hanging around a lot. See over here? A lot of them going over there. The actual trail I made here, not too many tracks going up it. I'm going to have to sprinkle more food and put more trail cameras out. Now, if anybody's ever walking down my trails, especially at night, they might be in for a scary surprise. You see what I have out here in the forest? Look at that. From far away with a flashlight, that would scare someone really bad. That's a mannequin that I got for, I think, 60% off. It was a while ago. I put it right in the woods. It doesn't have a head, so I put a cowboy hat on it. I thought that would be hilarious for someone to come across. Yeah, look at all the tracks. No, these are deer tracks all around here. Yeah, the deep ones are deer. All right, that makes sense, because the lynx isn't going to sink that deep. They're not very heavy, and they got the big paws. The first ones I showed you, definitely, but now that I can look inside a few of them, yeah, those are deer. Yeah, that's the lynx. See, the lynx didn't sink at all. You can even see the paw prints. It's a big cat. There's a pile of, looks like deer poops. I went over here because some of them looked big. Do we have any moose tracks? I wish. I'm kind of sad. I used to have moose crossing signs all over my yard. Not my yard, around my property on the road. They took them down 2 years ago. They said there's not enough moose in the area anymore to warrant it. That's really sad. I've been putting trail cameras in my woods as long as I've lived here, and I've never seen one. I have identified their tracks, definitely, but that was a year ago. Moose supposedly are supposed to be on the threatened species list. Threatened comes first before endangered and extremely endangered. But they're still being hunted for some reason. They're very rare, and they're becoming more rare. When I was a little kid, I used to go with my grandfather around his area. We used to see moose, multiples of them, just driving around the dirt roads. Now you drive around, there's none, because those woods are all gone. It's just a bunch of big houses. And even up north, when I go 100 miles deep into the wilderness, you don't see them much anymore. Just 3 years ago, they seemed more abundant. They keep getting pushed further and further north, it seems. And I know there's not as many. I know recently their survival rate is not as high as it used to be. All right, we're going up another trail here. A good amount of animal tracks. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the creaking. I'm personally not hearing all the... Oh, it's pretty deep here. I'm not hearing the creaking I came out here hoping for. Alright, this is where the blowdown stops. I am going to come out here eventually before spring with a friend who's going to come help me, and we're going to cut up every tree. There's a blowdown here. Multiple blowdowns on the property with lots of trees down. I need to get that cleaned up, cut into logs, and off of the seedlings. And then the seedlings will have a lot of sunlight, and hopefully they'll start taking in for next year. I love the sound of walking on the snow. You know, my fingers are not cold anymore. My body adjusted and is pumping more blood. It usually does that when it's cold. It's always hard to get myself working at first, but then we have some problems. No, the problems go away usually once I get active. So we're gonna go up this trail, which is not cleared, and then we're gonna circle back to the house. It's getting cold. My feet are no longer cold. My blood started pumping. It's my legs, which is unusual. I haven't felt that in a couple of years. Wow, this trail has very deep snow, and it's hard to walk up on top of it. Camera light's about to die too. I think the cold is taking a toll on it also. Gotta get my glove off. Turn the light down a little. Oh my gosh, the display on the screen is like going so slow. It's lagging, the display that tells me the percentage the light's on. I've never seen that before. Lots of tracks here. This is where I put all the corn, if you remember my camping video, under the tree stump. Nothing showed up that night. I was hoping to show you guys flying squirrels, but we didn't get to see them that night. Yeah, it's literally so cold out here. Here comes the wind. Listen. Well, you heard a couple squeaks. Maybe you guys got to listen to it at the edge of the forest where they can catch the wind easier. Wow. I have so much ice in my mustache and beard. Let me try to turn this around and show you guys. Hopefully you're able to see. How's it look? I don't know if you're able to see that or not. I think you are. Got some more logs going up this trail here. Got lots of little trails from mice and other things. This is a pile I'm going to end up burning at some point. It doesn't look like much because the snow's covering it up. There was another blowdown over here. You can't even see the logs because they're so buried. Those will get completely cut up at some point. All right, I'm back to the driveway. Now you guys will be able to hear the lots of squeaking noises. It sounds the best here for some reason. I like that sound. It has definitely sounded better in years past, and it wasn't even as cold. I think it's because we got the wrong kind of snow. Most of what's on the ground is sleet. I guess it doesn't sound the same. I gotta go in the house, everyone. I've been out here over 20 minutes and I'm starting to become very painful. I'm losing feeling in my legs and toes. Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna have a lot more cool videos coming up over the next week on my Post 10 channel, such as spraying hot water in the air. We're gonna be doing a couple cold weather camps. I did a camp yesterday that was -30 outside, and we're gonna do one tomorrow. Not gonna be as cold, probably only gonna be nighttime temperatures around 10, but it's still gonna be pretty cool. Hope today's video is interesting. Thanks for watching and have a great day. All right, everyone, I just came in from outside and what the, am I a little dirty here? The camera looks fuzzy ever since I came back in. Maybe that's because it was just so cold. Anyways, I came in and I can't believe it. It happened to happen right after I was done recording out there. Phone shut down and said it was too cold to operate. Brought it inside. It would not turn on for like 20 minutes. Finally turned on. Somehow it got down to 0 battery, but I thought I had a whole bunch. So let it warm up for a bit. I plug it in. It starts at 0%, makes its way up to 20%, and I'm like, you know, I kind of assumed it would do this. I restarted it. Magically, it has 80% left. So that weather out there, when it's down near -40, can't be using electronics. They start failing. That tripod brought it in here. It was all covered in frost. As soon as I brought it in the house, it like just frosted up like crazy. Same with my camera light, my phone, it was all covered in frost. So other than going outside for a couple minutes at a time just to film, like I have the garden hose ready and I'm keep sending it out the window right there, making a video, that kind of stuff. I already did it with both of those nozzles. I'm going to bring it out now with, I have 3 different sprinklers, and I'm also going to leave one of the sprinklers on for a couple hours. Who knows? Maybe I'll have fun and leave it on overnight. I don't have a boiler. I really wish I had a boiler, because even if I wasted like $100 in energy, having a massive storm of steam, that'd be awesome. You know how much secretion that would leave on things all over the yard and against the house? It would be so cool looking. But I don't have a boiler that big that can consistently make hot water. I have one that runs out after like 5-8 minutes, running a big diameter hose. It's only 30 gallons and it's electric, so it doesn't recover as fast. But I'm going to leave the sprinkler going for a while on just cold water. I know it's not going to make a lot of steam, but I'm hoping it's going to make like a big skating rink all over the ground. Yeah. All right. You know, that's something to really watch out for. I have yet to do a camping video where it's actually down this cold in the space I'm camping in. You know, obviously I'm heating it. The coldest one to date that I've posted is the abandoned motel. We did that on a day it was like negative 20 something, but we were only outside filming for a little bit. The majority we were in the building and it was around the freezing mark. Not enough for the electronics to fail, but that's something to keep in mind, because I'm going to be building a camp soon, and I plan on doing it on a day that's like negative 10, and I don't even know if I can film it, honestly, or the cameras are just going to fail. I might have to just make small clips, putting it back and forth in my pocket to warm up. That's something to keep in mind, because, you know, I'm going to be kind of upset if I think I'm time-lapsing the entire thing and I found out it shut off hours ago, you know? Just something to keep in mind with the cameras. Yeah, I've had phones shut off from overheating before, but this is the first time I've ever had it shut off from being too cold. I've had them many times refuse to charge being too cold, but never actually shut down.